Hi, my name is Jason Orr. I'm a systems engineer with Testeract, and I'm here to show you a demo that we have leveraging TMYtek's 5G beamforming hardware and Testeract software and framework. So what we have here is, I'll start with talking about the hardware. We have an NI USRP right here, and this is our signal source. It's our software-defined radio, and it produces a pretty low frequency signal with a 1.5 gigahertz carrier out of this TX port here. And the signal path starts from here and goes into this up and down converter box. So this is the TMYtek UD box, and this is what allows you to take your signals from really any source and to pull them into the 5G space. So this UD box stands for up-down converter box. It takes the 1.5 gigahertz signal and up converts it up to 28 gigahertz right in the 5G frequency range. The up converted signal comes out of here and goes into this beam steerer. This is the TMYtek B box, and it allows you to do electronic beam steering. And you can do electronic beam steering for both TX and RX. Right now we just have this configured as a TX source. And then this is the B box Lite, which also can be a TX or an RX. We're using it as the receiver here. So the signal goes across this gap here, and you can see that we have a live signal right here. If I stick my hand in front of it, the constellation goes away, the power goes really low, and if I take my hand back, everything's restored. So the signal travels across the air gap back to this RX, and then back to the UD box, where it down converts the signal from 28 gigahertz back down to our IF carrier frequency of 1.5 gigahertz, and back into the radio here where we're reading all the spectrum, doing the FFTs, doing the demodulation on the constellation. So the whole purpose of this setup that we have here is to show that with NI's USRP and the TMYtek beamforming boxes, it really takes the guesswork and the risk and the complexity out of taking your signals and being able to work in the 5G space. With the addition of Testeract's framework and Testeract software, it takes the guesswork out, it takes the complexity, it takes the risk out of the software that you use. And with this Testeract software, with NI and TMYtek's hardware, it makes it so that the scientists, researchers, and engineers that are working and doing experiments in the 5G, 6G research space don't have to worry about making sure their hardware setup, their antenna design, all this stuff is working properly. They don't have to worry about their control software. They don't have to worry about their drivers, sessions and managing those things, configuration files, things like that. This enables people to only focus on what they're really trying to focus on, which is the experimental design, trying to get the results, making tests and making innovations in the 5G, 6G millimeter wave space.